It's all about the money with Slindile Khanyile.
I'm thrilled to introduce to you our journalist with her finger on the pulse of the nation's economic heartbeat, the esteemed editor of Umbele, Slindile Khanyile. Slindile, welcome to It's All About the Money.
Good evening, Tanta Sanmanani.
Let's go indoors with Sibangani now, Slindile. Now, the American Growth and Opportunity Act, which is known as AGOA, has been the bridge for sub-Saharan Africa into the heart of the world's largest economy, the U.S. Now, with the U.S. lawmakers catapulting this agreement potentially into 2041, I think many entrepreneurs and many businesses do want to understand if this could be a lifeline, for our exporters.
Well, for some, definitely, and those who obviously have clients or potential clients in the U.S., I think it has benefited largely the automotive sector, among others, and some sections, I think, of the agriculture sector. But of course, we know where poultry farmers stand on the issue. But this update from Bloomberg, in fact, talks about the fact that U.S. lawmakers have tabled legislation that will see AGOA being extended to 2041. We know that the current AGOA agreement is due to expire next year. And among the motivations tabled by the legislators in the U.S. was that the extension would offer businesses the certainty they need to increase investment in sub-Saharan Africa at a time when many firms are looking to diversify their supply chains away from China. This is what the statement from the Senate Foreign Relations Committee said over the weekend, and it went on to say that sub-Saharan Africa is home to the world's youngest population and many fast-growing economies, and AGOA has played a critical role in advancing economic development and strengthening U.S. economic engagement in the region. Would recall, in fact, that last year, U.S. President Joe Biden terminated the eligibility of 4 countries, Uganda, Central African Republic, Gabon, and Niger. And of course, there was the whole debate around whether South Africa will continue to participate in the new AGOA agreement. It's still not clear. This update specifically refers to the fact that there will be a new agreement that will be active until 2041. But I guess we still wait to hear whether South Africa, in light of everything that has happened, because obviously I think there was a time when I think the whole Russia issue was sort of resolved, but of course now there is the Israel Pakistan issue, and we know where we stand as a country and where the U.S. stands on the matter. So we'll see when the final agreement is signed and the countries that will participate are confirmed.
Bullseye in a sense that it's been extended, and to those who are really trading with America, I'm sure they'll be excited and they'll be applauding this move if we are not excluded. Now, these are the comments that we get to see about this particular story. I'm going to read maybe just one or two, Slindile, before we move to the next one. One from Sensei is saying, the most naive and ignorant Americans are the only people on earth who still takes U.S. lawmakers seriously. They have isolated themselves from the rest of the world through their arrogant, self-serving attitude. from the destruction of the Nord Stream pipeline and the weaponization of the SWIFT interbank payment system, all the way through the embarrassing proxy war in Ukraine, which they are willing to fight till the last Ukrainian and confiscation of Russian US dollar bonds. The counterproductive and myopic US and European foreign policy, the expeditious growth of BRICS as an alternative international economic force. Slindile, these are the comments that we're hearing from Abalaleli, or rather the readers as well, who are commenting about this particular story. And also another one from Jack Sparrow, which the geopolitical events mentioned do not even feature on the upcoming national elections. BRICS was not born out of business or individual interests, but rather governments. So it's unlikely to grow into anything meaningful into the future. AGOA was initially created to foster economic relations with poor nations in Africa. South Africa didn't really qualify on its initiation if one were to look at the level of income, but was included anyway. It was certainly at this point. So, well, these are comments KZN that are coming from readers of the particular story to hear with the AGOA might be extended to 2041. We'd like to also hear from you as well. You can always contact us on 073-709-1991. That's our WhatsApp line. Or you can call us directly. The line is 086-10-10300.
Send us a voice note on 073-709-1991.
Right, Slindile, Skobe Phambili sibheke a Kalagahle. It's a Monday, and we are looking at the Altridgeville dynamic duo. This is a story that warms the heart, even in a man was Natali. It's a bit chilly. Talk to us about this particular story.
I'm laughing at the fact that you keep saying it's winter.
Let's figure it out. Winter says it's waiting in the autumn. About Pasapsiga, Abagaweza, Tineswa Sabaya Swazile.
Okay, so our entrepreneur profile tonight is an Atteridgeville couple, Lady Bukaba and her husband Mpo. This is from TV News. This couple, they're initially interested in launching a transport business, but due to lack of capital, they opted to rather start a manufacturing business. They manufacture cleaning detergents. And it is a business that they launched in 2019. So within a year, they had to close it down due to COVID-19. But when COVID-19 the lockdown was eased, they then reopened the business and employed 2 people who distribute their products to wholesalers and supermarkets in Tshwane. Paul has experience in the manufacturing industry, so they knew sort of what to do when it comes to distribution and other things that are required in the industry. However, at the moment, they do not have all the necessary compliance, or they have not been able to meet all the compliance requirements that will enable them to list their products in large supermarkets. But it is one of those things that they are working on as part of their future plans. So tonight we celebrate Sabu Gabats.
Bullseye.
Well, indeed, redefining clean business. They are scrubbing away more than just debt. Believe me, they are washing away the stains of unemployment. It's all about the money, which takes place Monday to Thursday. Every Monday to Thursday, 7 to 8. Bringing you the world of business, personal finance, and wealth management. With my captains of industries who are always here to share their knowledge and expertise. I'm still with our ever ready and willing Slindile Khanyile, who is an editor of an online publication called Umbele, giving us all this information and more. Ngolimi Lesi Zulu. Now, Slindile, let's zoom into another story. The Road Accident Fund, a tale of backlog. We're talking backlog of 321,000 claims and brinkmanship. Now they are narrowly dodging a contempt of court charge. Talk to us about what's happening there in our state-owned entity.
This is a MoneyWeb update, and I don't know, Road Accident Fund. I'm waiting for the day when there will actually be a positive story about it.
Tell us about it.
Maybe there are great things that they are doing, but they are not perhaps communicated enough. I don't know. But this update from MoneyWeb is referring to the fact that the Road Accident Fund narrowly avoided being declared to be in contempt of a High Court order for refusing to accept the lodgement of a claim by a vehicle accident victim. As you've mentioned in Zandla, Road Accident Fund currently has a backlog of 321,000 claims. It has been ordered by the High Court in Johannesburg to pay the cost of the urgent contempt of court application brought against it on a punitive scale. This follows a lodging by Mapito attorneys on behalf of Mamusitsana Mabule, who is a road accident victim, because the Road Accident Fund, its chair, Tembelihle Msibi, and its CEO, Collins Litswalo's alleged continued non-compliance with a court order which was issued on 19 March. So they have been asked to comply with the order unconditionally, and to also accept Mapito's claim documents by no later than they were in fact asked to accept Mapito's claim documents by no later than close of business that day, and confirm its acceptance in writing, but it still had not done so. But the court has, of course, given them another chance to comply, but to do so urgently.
It's a bad business move. Bad business move.
It's all about the money.
It's a bad business move. I'm sure the victim has been waiting and in need of this particular money. Hopefully, we're not going to see that victim also on how I blow it. Now, the question is, with the High Court punitive cost order, Slindile, is this a band-aid over a gaping wound? No matter we're witnessing the first stitch into this structure. We're mending it.
Well, I don't think this particular order necessarily addresses
the issues that we know
and the dysfunctionality of the Road Accident Fund. The issues there are deeper, complex, and they certainly are not going to be fixed by one court order. But of course, I think it is a good thing for this particular road accident victim to have the kind of attorneys that she has. But obviously, I mean, we are talking about an entity that has a backlog of 321,000
Sure.
cases.
Yeah, well, I'm reading at comments, people who have commented on this particular story, Slindile Khanyile Oti, puzzling that Letswalo still has a job, to be honest. 321,000 outstanding claims. Seriously? I mean, that's really a concern. I mean, for someone who's heading, steering the ship and not being really penalized on such a backlog. And also another comment that I'm seeing as well, but if RAF started today and settled 100 claims per day, 365 days a year, there'll be no new claims. So, well,
and settled how many cases a day?
But if they can settle 100 claims a day,
day.
And then we do have
They have that
1,065.
capacity.
That's a question, exactly. That's a question, exactly. Now, Slindile, onto a story that is sizable in more ways than one. 4 Ways Mall, the titan of South Africa's retail, is seeking a 200 million rand cash injection. As they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, or in this case, the more substantial the bailout.
Yes, so this is an update from Business Tech, and the co-owner of 4 Ways Mall in Johannesburg is looking to raise 200 million rand from its existing shareholders. Accelerate Property Fund owns 50% of the mall, and it is looking to raise 200 million rand from a rights offer, and this money will be used to pay off debt and reposition its finances, particularly in relation to 4 Ways Mall. This follows its expansion in September 2019, and it is currently the largest shopping center in South Africa with a gross lettable area of 178,000 square meters and 350 stores. In comparison, for example, to Mall of Africa, which is known as the country's busiest mall. The Mall of Africa has 131,000 square meters of gross lettable area. But despite its size and prime location, 4 Ways Mall is proving to be a massive headache for its owners. And in the latest financial results for the 6 months ended in September 2023, the group said that vacancies at the mall increased from 14,349 square meter in March 2023 to 15,109 square meters in the reporting period. And management will continues to focus on reducing vacancies. So, I guess that's
It's a bad business move.
why they're struggling.
Yeah, well, shame on them. I mean, 200 million is a lot of money to require. Hopefully, those who are have deeper pockets can be able to come in and assist, and maybe those particular investors. Slindile, it's always nice to have you here helping us. Your insights have been as enlightening as they have been engaging.
Thank you. Good evening.
7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's all about the money with Slindile Khanyile, Monday to Thursday.